Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this portion of the program. It's always a pleasure to speak to you and to share my insights, my thoughts. Today's discussion, I wanted to talk about the topic of patience, the importance of perfect timing, patience, and how by being patient we allow room for perfect timing. We make it possible for God to orchestrate the events in the most opportune way for us and for the universe. Being patient, I would say, means knowing how to wait for the perfect timing until something is supposed to happen. A lot of times we ask for something, pray for something, and we want it to happen right away. However, in the big picture of the universe, sometimes what we are asking for, it's for it to take place, there needs to be the perfect timing, which means that all the situations, everything have to all occur at the perfect time. And a lot of times, sometimes we call this synchronicity. It's when what we ask for and the timing is exact. It's perfect timing. We ask for something and instantaneously it takes place. The timing was perfect. Other times we need to wait. For example, if we are asking, let's say, for to meet the perfect soulmate of, let's say, of what we envision, a lot of times for this to take place, you and the person involved has to undergo a certain development. Perhaps you are ready, but the person is not ready. So you have to wait for the other party to be ready to be on that level that you are asking for. Or sometimes we are asking for a certain work environment, and as it is at the moment, something like this does not exist yet, but in God's divine plan, God can make anything possible. And sometimes when we truly are ready for it, when we develop and we wait patiently, God can make such a situation, such a work opportunity to be open for us, to be available for us. So sometimes we need to wait for the other party, whatever it is, has to be ready. And sometimes we need to wait because what we are asking for, we are not ready yet. And in God's plan and God's eyes, for that to take place, we have to wait to undergo a certain development in ourselves. The actual process of waiting and being patient is also very important. It helps us to polish our character. It helps us to refine and develop our souls. When we wait for something and our need is not gratified immediately, but we find the inner resources within us to wait for something and to be patient, our soul grows and develops very much, and we learn this beautiful skill and can apply it in our lives in all the situations. Because by teaching ourselves to wait until our desire is being gratified, we are teaching ourselves self-control, to be able to control ourselves and wait. And then when the time is right, when the situation is right, we are much more able to enjoy it. We are much more able to be grateful, because we know that we have done the inner work on ourselves. We have contained ourselves. We have restrained ourselves, and at the same time had the hope that it would happen. And when we receive it, we are much more capable to receive it. We are much more proud of ourselves. We are much more grateful to God. We are much more stronger inside for learning this skill. It's like when you're going to buy something, you went to the store and you see there is a product which you like, but it's so expensive, and you realize that the money that you have, it's not enough, so you have this dream, this vision to purchase it. However, you realize that you will need to do something to earn this money, to save this money, and you control yourself, contain yourself, and realize that now you will not be able to buy it, have it, but at the right time, when you will do what you can to earn this money, to save this money, you will be able to receive it. So with this hope, you spend, let's say, a week earning this money. At the same time, you every day that you put these few dollars that you are saving for that, you feel internally rewarded, hopeful, grateful. Your desire and your longing for whatever it is that you want to purchase also increases. So when the time comes and you have the chance to buy it, you are much more grateful for it, appreciative for it, because your longing and desire for it was so strong, because it wasn't satisfied right away, it wasn't quenched right away. So every single time that you waited and reminded yourself that you want it, but you need to wait, you need to earn this. Every time your desire was growing stronger and stronger. So when you will receive this gift, you will be much more able to enjoy it in a deeper way, in a more powerful, deeper way. And we can apply this concept of patience to many situations in our lives, in our relationships, at work, in serving God. When we contain ourselves and do something positive, because we know that this is what God wants of us, this is what God commanded us to do, we feel much more appreciative of ourselves, much more internally strong, much more connected and proud of ourselves, whether it's in eating kosher and keeping Shabbat and dressing modestly and speaking only what is proper to speak. Also in our relationships with other people, when we learn to be patient and contain ourselves, we are much more able to be skillful at creating right relationships and having other people be able to relate to us much more easily, and to have harmony and dignity and beauty and understanding in relationships. Patience also, like I mentioned before, very much allows us to work on our character, and I believe that by cultivating this trait of patience, we feel much more dignity and reverence for our souls. We feel much more dignity and reverence for the others involved. When we act patiently towards them, towards situations, we are much more able to be joyous, to be fulfilled, to be content, to be appreciative of God, to be hopeful and understanding, and to have faith. I believe that patience is a very beautiful trait, and also it enables God to do His work in the universe, because when we are patient, He's orchestrating the events in the most opportune way for us. And by being patient, we show God that we don't need to be, pleased right away, for us to know that God has a relationship for us, and He loves us and cares for us and wants to provide for us. We can wait until the right time, and then we know and have trust, and we show this to God, that we will receive it, and God will, Bezrat Hashem, provide for us whatever it is that we are asking for, if it is in accordance with our higher selves and our divine and the divine will, if what we're asking for will not harm us but will benefit us, will benefit our souls, will benefit our higher selves, and it's in accordance with the divine will, then God will always grant it to us. Bezrat Hashem. And I would like to bless all of us to cultivate this beautiful trait within us, and to do it with joy, and to do it with desire, and to do it with love, and to do it from the place of deeply knowing and appreciating that we are waiting because it's the best for us at this point to wait. Thank you.